this opposition to happiness is a very, very recent development. As I say, when you go back and you do the Logos Bible software and you search for all of these things and you compare this and you compare that, and you just go, it was a very positive word until about the mid-20th century, where some believers like Oswald Chambers would look around and say, people are just, they're taking happiness, they're seeking happiness instead of seeking God. Well, the way to think of it is not they're seeking happiness instead of God. They're seeking happiness outside of God instead of doing what God wired us to do, which was to seek happiness from Him, inside Him. Think of the prodigal son. Jesus tells this story. And think of the father who welcomes back his wayward son with open arms. And he says, slay the fatted calf, make the greatest meal. We're going to eat and drink and be merry. And then he says to the older son who objects, the dutiful son who checks off the boxes, why are you doing this? Wasting it on this prodigal. And the father's response is, we must celebrate. I must celebrate, for my son was lost, and now he has been found. And it says in that same context, Jesus says twice that every time a sinner repents, there is rejoicing in the presence of the angels. Who's doing that rejoicing? Well, first and foremost, God, who's in the presence of the angels. And then I think also the people of God who have gone to be with the Lord, who maybe are being allowed to see this, and the very people that they prayed for have come to faith in Christ. And this is a cause for rejoicing.